Hey guys, welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Let's continue our exploration of the rest of Blackwater. See if we can get anything else. Okay. Right, that door just opened. Oh, that's a flaming lockpick door. Rightio. Didn't realize that. Helmet of the Abyss Killer. According to this legend, this helmet belonged to a mighty warrior who was doomed to endlessly slay hordes of demons. It doesn't seem to have any magic, but it looks formidable. Fair enough. The crates numbered with Numerian symbols are arranged with compulsive precision. Blessing of Courage and Life. Scroll of Blade Barrier, okay. Holy writings about Iomede's mortal life and her acts. The pages are decayed, the text now unreadable. It is unknown how this holy book ended up in a place like this. Okay.
Together we stand. Lead on.
Let's just get Sealy. Yeah, I don't know if looting this will trigger them or not. It does.
The inheritor guides into the fray.
Let's not use Bolt of Justice.
I dedicate my body to science, so this is how it feels.
Oh, Nenio and Camellia are done. It's a bit awkward. Damn it. Okay. Alright, let's do more healing. Okay, that salamander is gone, ski. Okay, let's see. Nenio and Camellia can surely move away now. No. Camellia can't, I suppose, because she still has her melee weapons. That's fine, though. Alright, let's get another heal going. Let's see. Ray of Frost. Can we use Acid Splash? I don't know what's killing them, but yeah. We obviously need something more special to actually kill them off.
Shellen, shield me from their sight.
Okay, let's keep exploring. Components for 100 faces circlet, okay. I guess this is it for this area.
Let us press on.
Need to protect yourself from the harmful psionic field enveloping this, okay, door before you open it. Alright then.
March ahead.
That's where we came from. Where do we need to go? We went through there, and I guess we're going down here to check the rooms in this direction then. And we need the protection here as well, I think. Okay. Now we just need to figure out how to get them. Okay. Oh, 7 grand. Alright, very nice. Welcome, Chief Kara. Okay. What is Nenio doing?
A success worthy of praise.
Your knowledge allows you to recognize the contours of a new deadly weapon in the deranged diagram, one based on Numerian technology. Okay. The half-assembled magical device looks as incomprehensible as it does absurdly unviable. Alright. Okay, a greatsword. Numerian greatsword. +3. Greatsword is merged with Numerian tech. Once per day, the wielder can activate one of 5 enhancements for a number of rounds equal to half the wielder's level. Primary subject gains 4 enhancement to dex, strength, and mobility checks. Subject gains +6 con and fortification 25. +4 bonus AC, magic missiles, and similar abilities can bypass it. +4 to AC and 4 against touch attacks. Subject of upgraded neural system gains 4 in DC of saving throws against spells and abilities they use is increased by 2. Okay. Interesting. Oh, maybe we need to go back down here and unlock that other door, I guess. The one that we weren't able to open at the very start. Yep. Welcome, Chief Kara, as well. Okay. After pressing the button a couple of times, a message flashes on the device screen. Psionic shielding tool storeroom 1. Further attempts yield nothing more. Okay, a bit of cash and components. Braces. Stormlord's Resolve. If wearer of these braces has the ability to cast spontaneously, grants them the ability to cast those lightning spells. To cast a spell, wearer still needs to have a spell slot of the required level. It also grants the wearer an electric shield that deals 1d6 plus wearer's level electric damage each time an enemy lands a hit against the wearer, and also electricity resistance 30. The wearer can fully embrace the power of these braces, allowing them to turn all the damage caused by the spells they cast into electrical. That actually sounds quite powerful.
I will guide us.
I don't want to attack these guys, so let's not do that. Ring of Devastating Will. Ring of Protection +3 grants wearer an ability to avoid magical and unusual attacks with great willpower. If a character makes a will saving throw against an attack that normally deals half damage on a successful save, instead they take no damage. Helpless characters can't take advantage of this, okay? Sounds like a social item. The crates are full of gleaming components covered in foul-smelling dark oil. Pole Trident, okay. Crates numbered with Numerian symbols as well, alright. Is there anything else in here?
Godspeed.
100 Faces Circlet. Okay, so that's down here. And I guess that's it. I don't think there's anything else, is there? Pretty sure there isn't. And I guess we can do the circlet now. Machine is used for... oh yeah, we already read that one. Okay. Now we can do this. Let's save it here. Okay, first and foremost, you break off the sharp spikes, then you tear the drill out of the monstrous machine's fastenings. You wield the drill, methodically punching holes in the circlet and hoping that your calculations are correct. By destroying just a few specific parts of this contraption, you can render it completely harmless. At last, your work is complete. You've turned the horrible device into something resembling a helmet that can be worn atop a head. An intact head that hasn't come into contact with a saw. This headgear will keep the wearer safe from even the strongest psionic attacks. Not a bad job. It looks like all the time you've spent as my assistant hasn't gone to waste. You've learned something at least. Okay, so I guess we can give it to... oh, okay, so we don't actually wear it then. Okay. I guess we can keep going. We should probably... well... I think we should try and see if we can recover some of the lost levels on Camellia. Oh, that was lesser restoration. Okay. Might not have a normal restoration on social. Alright, Camellia can do it for herself then. Okay, looks like it worked, yep. Now we need to heal up. And then we'll heal up Ennio as well. I assume there's going to be some other fights in here. Especially behind the doors that are protected by the psionic thing. Composite longbow, okay. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's save it here.
Godspeed.
And I guess we can open up this
I'm always open to ideas. I heed the voice of the spirits.
room. Let's put Camellia back on her crossbow. I don't want her charging
My
in.
favorite aid.
Get rid of that. Alright, this fight seems quite a bit tougher, so let's get some creeping dooms. Okay. Let's do communal ward against harm. Okay, Ennio and Camellia can move back.
Save the last one for me.
Maybe we could do coup de grace. Hope that helps. What's the damage? Okay, 77. So it's almost dead.
Into the fray.
Oh, what was that? Something destroyed Social's dog. Wow, the spider swarms are doing 0 damage to the enemies. Yeah, not sure. That was a bit weird. Okay, that's down to negative 17, so that's good.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
I don't want Ennio getting attacked. Okay. This feels like it's becoming a better outcome. I think the lack of spells and is hurting us because we can't use bolts of light or bolts of justice with Stooge as much. But for now it seems okay. But yeah, I think I might be a bit under-leveled for this zone as far as taking on the augmented enemies is concerned. But yeah, I guess the opening up of events through the crusade mechanic, and then also I think other kind of quests that are meant to open up through the passage of time isn't really progressing the way I remember the previous time I was playing the games. And I got to this point, so that was Well, that is a bit weird for me. I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, come on. What weapons are we using? Okay. Stooge is using Finian. Missing quite a bit though. Only 18 modified. Yeah, we really need to get the 2-hit up. Otherwise we only hit with crits basically, which is not ideal. You can always try Phantasmal Killers. Oh. Didn't overcome spell resistance. Just need to roll 8 or higher to do that. And it succeeded with the will saving throw. Right, well that's going to be hard to crack. DC is 27 and has a modifier of 25, so that's pretty brutal. We can only get Phantasmal Killer through if the succubus completely, or the succubus rolls a critical fail. That's the only way, which is a bit unfortunate. At least for now it seems like they're unable to hit us as well. So there's that. And as I say that, they managed to hit us. Alright, got one of them down again, I think. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure where I'm meant to go in order to progress things a bit further. I'm waiting for the Treasure of Midnight Isles to open up, because there's some good gear we can get from that. That will hopefully help us out. Ooh, Social is in trouble. Let's use the heals. We're gonna have to probably do a rest again, which I think is fine. At least resting progresses time, which means our crusade quests and that sort of stuff will progress as well, so that's always good for us. Wow, Social is getting destroyed. Okay, lay hands on others. Well, lay on hands, I guess. Not lay hands. Not the greatest turn of phrase, I think. Social might need a healing potion.
I can still fight.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Might need more than just the one. Is it at? It's at 35. Come on, don't get the hits in just to take it out. Okay, well, it's finally down.
Resistance offends the goddess.
Right, finally. Okay, cool. Another flaming lockpick fuel. Eluding swing. Ghost touch +3 finesse wielding, okay. Confirms a crit. When the weapon confirms a crit, wielder is affected with greater invisibility for 1d4 round. Wow, yeah, that sounds pretty good if you can get the crits in. Looks like that's all there is here. Let's stealth up. Is there a... Where's the other force field? I remember there being another one. Is it down here? Or is it over here? Oh, I don't actually remember where the other force field room is. Maybe over here? Maybe this is it. Yeah, it's up here. I assume there's going to be another fight in here as well, so let's rest up. Alright, let's get on our pets, because the resting gets all our pets back as well, which is always good. Okay, let's fall back a bit further. We will buff up. Okay, and we'll just open the door with Sealer. Apparently there are no enemies in here. Okay. This room with a collapsed floor was abandoned rather than repaired. Okay. Triple fin helm. Helmet gives its wearer 1 additional gore attack per round that deals 1d8 cold iron damage with a +2 enhancement bonus to attack and damage rolls. Okay, that's interesting. Now I'm wondering, is there another room we can unlock? We do have another flaming lockpick fuel. Is this it here? This might be it. Okay. Its red lights flash ominously, and the strange mechanism begins to emit a low hum. After running an eye over the front panel, you notice 3 half-faded pictographs. The first looks like a symbol for fire. The second might be a symbol for wind, and the third reminds you of the imprint of a hand. Okay. After a great deal of effort, you determine that the device is supposed to send signals to a person in a neighboring room. It seems that is where they conducted the experiments involving dangerous substances. The hand symbol must have been a signal for a worker to bring a dangerous item into the room or remove one. The wind symbol presumably initiates the air filtration systems. And the symbol of fire must incinerate everything inside, okay? Since you don't know exactly what kind of gas the room is filled with, trying to set it on fire would be unwise. The best course of action seems to be get rid of the source of the contamination first, then pump out any potentially dangerous air, and only then cleanse everything with fire. Get rid of the source. Okay, so press the hand symbol, I suppose. Okay, and now we press the wind symbol. The device seems to wink at you with one of its red lights and begins to emit a low soothing hum. Same thing. Alright, let's leave. And I guess we can open the door. The glass dome is the fragile barrier that separates you from the deadly gas. Only a madman could have created a weapon so misguided and so lethal. The fragments of the smashed glass dome appear to have melted as if the glass was eaten away by the gas that was previously held inside it. That sounds nasty. Okay. Certainty of death. Whenever this holy dwarven Urgosh lands a hit but doesn't deal physical damage, the next hit deals force damage instead of the normal piercing or slashing. That's an interesting item. Okay. I think that's everything, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's everything that we need to do here. It looks like it. Right, I guess we're going back here to deal with the machine. Since we're playing an angel, so we're going good, I think we have to destroy the machine. I haven't played an evil playthrough before, so I am curious what would happen if we actually, I guess, take over the machine for ourselves. Destroy the device that should not exist in this world. The device refuses to die. You watch as clouds of metallic dust erupt from its depths and gather around the parts you've damaged, restoring their original condition. You hear a low scraping noise coming from the core of the mechanism, like a giant tossing and turning in its steel cradle, shaking off sleep. Now that you've attacked the device, it tries to awaken, to become more complex in order to protect itself. Without wasting another moment, you call upon all your power and deliver a single unstoppable deadly blow. It tears the massive crystal heart from the depths of the device. The mechanism thrashes around like a beast in agony until at last it goes still. 100 Face possessed the type of brilliance that only comes along once in a generation, but even he was not omniscient. By luring more and more enemies into his trap, he improved his strategies and defenses, but he was still unfit to challenge the commander. The genius has fallen, and his last gift now serves as the victor's trophy. And we got Heart of the Device, okay. Crystal that serves as a powerful energy source. It was once the core of the sinister device created by the Technomancer 100 Face, but the commander of the Crusade destroyed that abominable machine and took the heart of the device as his trophy. Okay, I guess we are done then. Let's head out. Blackwater is quite an interesting zone. But yeah, it's quite a difficult zone as well, I think. Especially because I've forgotten all the mechanics, so that makes it even harder to do this zone. But let's head out since we're done here. And we definitely have Crusade stuff to do. I guess we do have the path to get to Legacy of the Ancients. Ivory Sanctum? Maybe we need to visit Ivory Sanctum to progress the actual story. There's also Sacred Lands as well, but I think I just want to go back to Drezen for now. Actually, let's see. We are up to 54 on Setsuna Shai, and we are max with Chief Agaboya. We can't recruit anyone other than convicts, which I'm not sure I want to do. Alright. Let's head in then. Okay, so this is why I didn't get a chance to choose to go to the Citadel. The Sword of Valor glows as if in greeting. The glow is so bright, it's not immediately clear there is another source of light present. The shimmering golden wings of a magnificent angel.
Valiant champion of Golarion, allow me to greet you. My name is the Hand of the Inheritor, and I am the Herald of Iomedae, the Lightbringer.
The angel then drops to one knee before you, his grace belying his monumental stature. Okay. The face of the angel is hidden by a helm, but his eyes are clearly looking at you. When he begins to speak, there is an undercurrent of excitement in his resounding, proud voice. Okay. Please arise. Such displays are unnecessary.
I am only giving you the credit you deserve, valiant champion. We have much to discuss, champion. You must have many questions for me, and I for you. First of all, I wish to say that I have come here to do what I can to help you. But also because I too need your help. But what I need most of all is an answer to a question that has been troubling me.
I have so many questions for you. Will you tell me about Iomedae and Heaven?
Most certainly, with great pleasure. But first, let's discuss the issues of the day. I'm sure we'll have time to talk after that.
If you are here, does that mean I truly am Iomedae's chosen?
What does your heart tell you?
I believe I am the chosen one and will do everything I can to defend Golarion.
Conviction like that is what is needed to set hearts ablaze in righteous fury. I'm glad to see it in you. I hope my answer won't cause you to waver in your certitude. Listen, I cannot answer yes or no to your question, for it would not be an honest answer. Do not wait for me to say, here is the power bestowed upon you from on high, and this is the task you must complete. That will not happen. For my lady Iomedae, righteous queen of heaven, may mark a mortal with her blessing, but she would never seek to impose her will. Sometimes even I am not privy to her plans. I have come to you not at her command, but of my own accord. But I would recognize the light of heaven in any soul, and I see it in you. I can only guess how and why it was lit. Perhaps finding the answer to this question is a trial you must undergo.
Did you want to ask?
I sense astonishing power in you, akin to my own. But not just that. Many of Heaven's warriors fought the monsters of the World Wound, and among them there was one I especially cherished. My young comrade and friend, Lariel. He and his sister Targona crafted holy weapons, and exchanged them as a sign of loyalty and camaraderie. Lariel and Targona both disappeared in those dark years when we lost Drezen and the Sword of Valor. Even I failed to find any trace of my friends. But you carry an echo inside you, the memory of Lariel's sword. How did this come to be?
When you say I carry an echo of Lariel's sword, do you mean this?
Yes. I recognize this power as mortals recognize the voice of a dear friend. It's so sad to know I will never again see the one to whom this sword once belonged. But to see its light still shining in worthy hands gives me hope.
I received the sword in the caves beneath Canabras. I had a vision in which Lariel was betrayed. He died protecting his mortal companion.
Yes, that sounds like him. He loved mortals, and understood them better than many of us celestial warriors did. Or at least, he thought he understood them. But you say the vision visited you in the caves beneath Canabras? I see now. The suffering of the first Crusaders, whose children were maimed by the demon's strange villainy, was a matter very close to Lariel's heart. For most of us, our only concern was defeating the demons. But Lariel wanted to protect mortals above all else. I think he went into those caves in search of the people who came to be known as mongrels. But demons often use our virtues to hurt and torment. They turned a rescue mission into a deadly trap. They will pay for this sin and others. Forgive me for my outburst, and thank you for your story. At least now I know what fate my dear friend suffered.
Do you know anything about the people who accompanied Lariel to the caves? Most of them were traitors, but one girl stood against them, and she perished.
Alas, I do not know the names of traitors or the heroine. Lariel died shortly before the World Wound opened its mouth for a second time, devouring new lands. Many Crusaders disappeared in those dark days of chaos. The lists of the dead and missing were long. I assume the names of Lariel's companions were lost along with them. Perhaps those traitors are honored as fallen heroes today.
Do you know who killed Lariel? The creatures resembled Descari and possessed immense power.
Many demons in the Abyss mimic the appearance of their repellent master, but I do not think it was a Darachni or a similar beast. I find myself reluctant even to utter this name under the skies of Golarion, but there is a monster who takes special pleasure in killing warriors of heaven. It's called the Echo of Descari. For it truly is an echo. Not a demon born of the Abyss, but an artificial creation of the Lord himself, wrought by him and several of his mortal followers. I sense his fetid mark in this tale. The echo likes to strike by stealth, weaving an intricate web of lies and treason, and he despises everything connected to heaven and Iomedae. I am not in the least surprised that he hunted Lariel down.
I have no more questions.
I do. This story is not over, and I humbly ask for your help.
What help would the Herald of a Goddess need from me?
I will ask for help not for myself, but for the righteous souls who may be in danger. Listen, I am going to reveal a secret to you that no Crusader has known before, except for the righteous Queen Galfrey. The demons believe their control over the World Wound is absolute, especially at its heart, the corrupted lands near the Threshold Fortress. But this is not true. There, In that web of evil lies an enclave of the forces of good, the last shrine of ill-fated Sarkoris. That place is called Pelura's Fall. The Shimmering Maiden is an Imperial Lord, our comrade and friend. She was able to conceal her temple from the eyes of the demons, and keep it hidden all these years, from the opening of the World Wound until this very day. The waterfalls that gave name to the temple have run dry, but not the bravery of those who stood guard when their nation fell. The servants of Pelura have an important mission. They explore the World Wound from the inside, looking for ways to close it once and for all and restore the lands of Sarkoris. They have risked their lives, forsaking all joys and rewards in pursuit of this goal, and they have been busy with their research for 100 years. Secrecy is their only protection. If that is lost, all the forces of the Crusader army will not be enough to protect the temple. I would not reveal this secret to anyone else, but the light of heaven is so bright in you that I cannot help but trust it. Moreover, I would like you to visit Pelura's Fall with me. There are 2 reasons for this. First, I am worried about the fate of our valiant allies, and I want you to meet them, champion. Second, I would like you to show them the light of L'Ariel's sword. As I mentioned, this sword was created by his sister Targona. She went missing at the same time as her celestial brother. We found no evidence of her death nor any other trace of her. But by touching the sword she made, the seers of Pelura might shed some light upon her fate. Please, help me in this task. My heart yearns to find my lost comrades, or to punish those responsible for their deaths.
Tell me about Pelura.
She is an Imperial Lord, a powerful angel, one of our most important allies, and my loyal friend. She is the mistress of the stars, and the mysterious light of the Aurora. Sarkoris was the land where Pelura was revealed with particular fervor, where her most important temples were located. When the demons came to this poor land, the priests and devotees of Pelura accepted the challenge bravely. Many died protecting and healing their friends in the first years of the calamity. This saddened the Shimmering Maiden. Pelura boldly decided to intervene in the affairs of mortals, and used powerful spells to hide her main temple. Even the strongest of demons cannot find it.
Tell me about the temple and the people who live there.
Pelura's Fall was once a great Sarkorian shrine. From the city of Iz and other lands, the burial barges of great chiefs would go there to set off on their last journey into the mighty streams of the Falls. But the temple was famous not only as a final resting place. Pelura is the patron of stargazers. Her servants possess celestial wisdom. In reading the stars, they discover the mysteries and secrets of the world. In times of old, people would seek their counsel on many different matters, and they were respected and honored throughout Sarkoris. Today, Pelura's Fall is not what it once was. 100 years of isolation has placed an unbearable burden on the shoulders of the stargazers and their guards. But they persevere, despite the hardships. You should meet these people, for you could not hope to find a better example of self-denial and resilience.
I want to know more about Targona and L'Ariel.
Heaven's grief at their loss could not be any greater. L'Ariel and Targona were daring and merciful in equal measure, and relentless in fighting evil. They called each other brother and sister because one soul was used to create them. Yes, it happens. Sometimes an angel is made of many souls, or the essence of the upper planes. And sometimes, one soul can give life to several supernatural creatures. This was the case with Targona and L'Ariel. When the World Wound opened, they were the first to go to the mortals' aid. Alas, heaven was in extreme upheaval after great Arodin died. When the evil mind of Arilu Vorlesh, paired with the will of cursed Discari, shook the foundations of the world, while the other angels and Imperial Lords were slowly waking up to the disaster that was unfolding, by holding councils and getting bogged down in speculation. Targona and Lariel were already fighting demons, leading refugees out of the fallen Sarkoris, and trying to find out what had happened on Golarion, and how to deal with it. For what had happened was so monstrous, so extraordinary, that even Heaven did not know what to expect next. When Mendev answered the challenge of the Abyss and became the Kingdom of Crusaders, Targona and Lariel shared the hardships and glories of the First Crusade with their mortal comrades. And then they both disappeared. First Lariel, and then his sister immediately after. I was unable to search for them the moment I found out, for the World Wound had just reopened and Drezen had fallen. It was a tremendous blow for everyone. By the time I was able to begin the search, the tide of chaos had swept away all traces of them. Only your arrival has shed some light on the sad fate of Lariel.
Hey, interesting. I need to settle other matters before I go to Pelura's Fall.
As you wish, champion. Find me when you decide it's time to go to Pelura's Fall, for only I can transport you to the secret temple.
Okay, very interesting. Finally met an angel. Which is interesting in and of itself, but what he had to say is not so great for us, I suppose. Let's head into the Citadel to see if there's anything else to deal with.
Godspeed.
And there is. Commander, upon hearing word of your victory in the Battle of Drezen, many leaders in Avestan have considered taking a more active supporting role in the crusade. Fighting demons in the name of saving the world is a prestigious endeavor, especially when the war is going well. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena, which is why the powers are now competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendev before their rivals do. Nerosian has already chosen which of them is to be favored, Isja or Isga. We've been building an alliance with that nation for a long time, and now the capital is expecting you to address the steward of Isga with an official offer to support you. Last Wall is Mendev's most trusted ally. If we are to ask someone for support, it should be them, the Shining Crusade. What say we invite the Sword Lords of Brevoy to this party? The righteous Mendevian knights just love those hot-headed provincials who will draw their weapons and challenge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, they win such duels. Nerosian will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope the demons will enjoy their company as well. Just as a note, we happen to have a neighbor who's got barely any presence in the crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have any dealings with. How about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight and invite them to play a bigger part in our war? Everyone who wanted to come because they listened to their heart are already here. Time to call those who listen to their purse. We'll drop a line to the Varisian cities, tempt them with some nice spoils, and loads of savvy folks will come running. Why does Nerosian decide whose help I should accept? Because you are, with all due respect, one of Her Majesty's subjects. Lady Konomi's voice grows sterner, but after a moment subsides into a more confiding tone. And because it took great effort for Mendev's diplomatic cause to win Isga over and ensure you would receive their help. Are you confident that the allies you choose yourself will be as reliable? Why can't we call everyone for help? I wish we could, but we can't. The Chalaxians and their colonies can't stand the Andorrans. Multhune is at war with Nirmathas. Nidal and Lastwall are at daggers drawn, and all of them envy the wealth of Absalom, protest against the godlessness of Druma, and fear the revolutionary plague of Gault. They can tolerate each other in small doses, but an official letter from the commander summoning one of the nations to assist the crusade will lead to, shall we say, an eruption of toxic volcanoes across half the courts of Avestan. So I'm afraid you'll have to choose which of your allies is most desirable to you. So we have 5 options. Let's see. Social unlocks the Inquisitor's mercenary unit. Infantry specializing in slaying spellcasters. 12 Inquisitors are recruited at the commander's headquarters. Spellcaster Slayer. +3 bonus to attack against spellcasting units. Okay. They have 100 health, which is not bad. They also have Divine Favor. Target unit gains +3 bonus to attack and saving throws for 3 rounds. Okay. Unlocks Duelist Mercenary unit. Infantry capable of parrying enemy attacks. 15 are recruited at the headquarters. 2 initiative. 155 hit points. They do decent damage, parry and riposte. 20% chance to ignore an enemy attack directed at it or an adjacent allied unit, plus to make a counterattack. This effect works only if the unit is able to make a melee attack on the attacking enemy unit. Okay, that's very interesting. What? Okay, the Inquisitors are speed 9, initiative 1. Okay, and they do much less damage. Unlocks the Barbarian Mercenary unit. Powerful offensive cavalry. 10 are recruited at the commander's headquarters. Battering Ram attack. +1 bonus to attack until the end of the round for every 2 squares it moves. Okay. Initiative 3. 15 speed but only 53 health. They do have 20 strength. They do solid damage. This was land. Yep, okay. Walgif has roads. Initiative 4. Melee shortsword, melee shortsword. So I guess they're dual wielders? Cunning and lightly armed soldiers who prefer the underhand tactics of rear attacks to charging the enemy head on. Special forces, but it doesn't have any other abilities apparently. Sorcerers. Unlock Sorcerer Mercenary unit. Spellcasters that deal damage with combat spells. 13 sorcerers are recruited at the commander's headquarters. Initiative 3. Only 22 hit points. 20 power. Magic missile. Interesting. They have solid initiative. Rogues have the best initiative. Barbarians are cavalry, so they can charge quite far and do extra damage. Inquisitors. I'm leaning towards the sorcerers, actually. Get some spellcasters. And they have solid initiative, so let's give the sorcerers a go. Your wisdom never fails you. Nerosian will be pleased to know you're not squandering allies whom they have taken such pains to attract. The battle sorcerers of Isger, hardened in the clashes with goblins, will serve you well. I won't detain you any longer, Commander. When the matters of foreign or domestic politics once again require your attention, I will convene the Diplomatic Council. Okay. Alright. Seems that's it for visitors. Let's check Crusade affairs then. Studying the Sword of Valor. The Sword of Valor, the great relic of Crusade, mysteriously changed upon coming into contact with the commander. What does this mean? Clerics and wizards could shed some light on the artifact's properties. Do we get any resolution to that? Logistics reform. I guess this is the logistics upgrade for the rank. We are rank 3 for leadership and diplomacy. We're almost at the next rank for diplomacy. That's alright. Alright, okay, let's do this then. Logistics reform. Every piece of land that the Crusaders seize from demons puts additional load on the logistics and supply channels connecting the Crusades' troops. In order to maintain this tight network, experienced officers are required to implement reforms to logistic processes. Okay, we can do that. Fate of the Attractive Impulse. Fate of the Faultless Daybreak. Glory to Heroes, and then we just have more relic upgrades, I suppose. Another decree is being enacted for this stat, and not... Oh, okay, we need resources to do this, alright. We're not far off with diplomacy. This is logistics. 1/4 of the outpost level with at least 3 out of 4 construction slots filled can be upgraded to a bastion level. Okay. So we have quite a few of those then. Bell of Mercy. All units gain Voice of the Bell of Mercy. Unit has a +1 bonus to AC against demon unit attacks. Okay. Attractive Impulse. I think, yeah, this is the meta magic rod, so might be worth us doing this. Devouring Lust. The relic will be augmented, so let's do this then. 5 days to solve. I do wonder what's going on with the other relic that I started work on. Let's go to campaign then. Actually, you know what? I think this is a good place to end the episode. We've finished up at Blackwater. Slight struggle at the end there with some of the fights, but we got through it, and we got a visit from the Hand of the Inheritor, so we actually met an actual angel, which is cool. We also have the Pulura's Fall thing to do now, whenever we're ready to do that, so that's really good as well. At least we're getting more story progression, which is nice. And I think in the next episode we'll try to unlock Heart of Mystery. I think with 54 energy points, I'm pretty confident of being able to beat this fort, which will unlock quite a bit. Well, I'm hoping it'll unlock a bit more exploration for us over that way. Let's see. We got the sorcerers now. So I guess sorcerers might appear in this. Can we do a search? Yes. We got rogues, okay. Interesting. We got champions. What does this mean? The unit in this slot cannot be refreshed until next week. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Could get the rogues. The rogues would be handy, but let's take the champions. And, ooh. I actually don't know what week or what day of the week it is, so I kind of want to get the Hell Knights if possible. Rogues are cheaper. Let's get some of them. Okay. Oh, right. I think I already recruited these guys. And the 9k is for the second round of recruitment. Alright, that's fine. We don't need to pick them up. I don't think we need 14 more Hell Knights. Not for 9,030 finance points anyway. Alright, so yeah, I think this is a good place to end the episode. And as I said before, I think in the next episode we'll start off by trying to get through this fort with the extra energy points we have. So that's the plan moving forward. Thanks a lot for watching this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.